discovery in Antarctica frightens scientists. Welcome to the latest issue of Top Secret. About 90 million years ago, the frozen land of Antarctica was once a lush, vibrant tropical forest. However, as this land turned to ice and snow, plants and animals gradually disappeared. Today, only a few species survive in the cold of the southern hemisphere. And it is the only continent without permanent inhabitants. Many questions still surround this frigid land. Do you want to know the hidden wonders about Antarctica? Let Top Secret explore with you right now. The compass is a tool for orientation, but there is something strange about our planet that makes these tools useless. Antarctica is one of the few places on Earth without an official time zone and without defined routes. When you approach the North and South poles, the compass stops working. Specifically, the compass needle will point straight down into the ground, instead of pointing north. Therefore, if you try to find true north while standing in Antarctica, you will fail. The compass needle will spin without knowing the way. Some believe there is an invisible force protecting Antarctica, preventing people from fully exploring this land. However, this seems to be an unbelievable hypothesis to many experts. It is very likely that Earth's magnetic field is the cause of this. But who knows, there might be something in the southern hemisphere preventing us from exploring properly. Antarctica is usually only for the wealthy or scientists collecting data. So most people will never set foot here. However, thanks to the internet, many can explore the ice sheets here without traveling far. Occasionally, satellite images reveal interesting discoveries. The user accidentally discovered a strange shape near the South Pole, resembling an alien spaceship. Some argue it is just an ordinary rock, while others believe a spaceship may have crashed recently. Other photos show a long object that seems to have crashed into the ice near Mount Vigen. But experts believe it is just a rock that fell from above. Another photo depicts a disc-shaped object hidden on the rocks, but its origin remains concealed. Although many are skeptical of its authenticity, some believe there are many spacecraft visiting the southern hemisphere that we are unaware of. Number 13, a nearly 8 kilograms meteorite hidden for thousands of years. Recently, a group of scientists embarked on an expedition to Antarctica and discovered 5 perfectly preserved meteorites after thousands of years. Among them, a meteorite weighing nearly 8 kilograms is the heaviest non-terrestrial rock found on this continent. Surprisingly, Antarctica is one of the ideal places to search for meteorites. With the white color of ice and snow, detecting non-terrestrial rocks becomes easier, while the freezing conditions help preserve them. To date, we have found about 45,000 meteorites here, accounting for more than half of the meteorites discovered globally. This leads us to question if Antarctica is a place filled with meteorites. Perhaps it is also where alien spacecraft have landed. Imagine Antarctica as a barren place, with temperatures dropping below 0 Celsius and almost no living organisms. Amidst this harsh environment, there is a resilient species of fungus. There are about 100,000 different species of fungi in the world, but some choose to live in the most difficult places. One of the miraculous fungi was discovered in Antarctica when explorers found them in wooden relics left by previous expeditions. A pathologist discovered traces of decomposition caused by fungi in the materials of a wooden hut built in the early 20th century. This astonished experts, who could not believe an organism could survive in such a harsh climate. Fungi survive by attacking materials like wood to seek nutrients. Interestingly, before humans came to Antarctica, no native fungi were known to live in this area, showing that human intervention affects biodiversity anywhere in the world. 11. The mysterious third man phenomenon. The mysterious third man phenomenon may sound strange, but it is one of the weirdest things ever reported in icy regions, including Antarctica. When Ernest Shackleton conducted his expedition here, he sensed the presence of someone else beside him. Shackleton believed that while his team traversed the icy land, he felt as if there were 4 people instead of 3. This phenomenon has been reported by many Arctic explorers, named after Peter Hillary, a seasoned explorer who once claimed a third person was closely following during exploration. Scientists have attempted to explain this phenomenon, suggesting that explorers may be so exhausted that their senses are impaired, or that there truly is a mysterious entity guiding them. Many travelers and researchers report that when lost, they feel someone beside them, providing comfort and guidance. Do we truly have guardian angels or entities waiting in desolate places to guide lost individuals to safety? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. 10. The amazing transparent fish. In 2015, a research team conducted a special expedition under the Ross Ice Shelf in Antarctica and made a surprising discovery. The goal of drilling was not only to search for water or soil samples, but also to serve scientific research. Using hot water drilling technology, it penetrated several miles into the thick ice and discovered a mysterious underground world, including bacteria, crustaceans, and some strange creatures. Notably, scientists found a colony of about 60 million fish living in the ice-covered Weddell Sea. One of the most unique fish species they discovered was Geobindroxes, a newly discovered ice fish. Although not much is known about this fish, interestingly, they lack red blood cells. Their evolution has led to the production of an antifreeze protein that prevents blood clotting, allowing them to survive at extremely low temperatures without freezing. This discovery not only opens a new chapter in biological research but also shows that beneath the thick ice, many wonders await exploration. Who knows what other strange creatures are hidden in the cold oceans of our planet? Perhaps you're wondering what ice seeing is. In fact, a massive ice block in Antarctica has been seen for many years. In 2017, scientists discovered an iceberg in Antarctica continuously emitting sound at a frequency inaudible to the human ear, with a strange melody at a frequency of 5 cycles per second. Initially, researchers were puzzled by the origin of this sound until they realized the main cause was the ice layer on the surface of the iceberg. To investigate, they installed over 30 seismic sensors. This sound is created by wind blowing over the iceberg's surface, though it seems somewhat eerie. But the iceberg's song provides valuable information. By listening to and observing its melody, scientists can collect data and monitor various aspects of the iceberg. Number 8. Century-old fruitcake. This might be a bit off topic, but does anyone actually crave fruitcake? Is in its name, it. In fact, fruitcake is popular during holidays due to its long shelf life, but no one is enthusiastic about receiving it. More interestingly, in 2017, experts discovered the world's oldest fruitcake in the coldest and driest place, Antarctica. This cake was left behind by British explorer Robert Falcon Scott during his expedition from 1910 to 1913, hidden in the oldest building in Antarctica. It was still wrapped in paper and placed in a tin box. Scientists said the cake is almost edible, though the other smell might be a bit off-putting. Would you dare to try this fruitcake? Sir Ernest Shackleton is a familiar name to those interested in Antarctic expeditions. He was an Anglo-Irish explorer who led 3 expeditions to the Antarctic region, bravely facing the harshness of the icy continent to explore unknown lands. One of the ships he sailed on was the Endurance. Unfortunately, this ship sank during an unsuccessful attempt to cross Antarctica. The Endurance expedition began in 1914, and by 1915, it was trapped in ice. The expedition members lived on the ship for many months until they were forced to abandon it and trek across the ice. On November 21, 1915, the Endurance sank into the icy waters of Antarctica. Only recently have we developed new technology capable of recovering the Endurance from the icy depths of Antarctica. In early 2016, a strange discovery caused a stir on the internet. When many people claimed to have found images of pyramids while exploring Antarctica on Google Earth. Now, the number of living creatures in Antarctica is not large. We only have penguins, seals, and some other small organisms. But millions of years ago, the ecosystem in Antarctica was completely different. In ancient times, a creature known as the Antarctic king once lived here. Over 250 million years ago, Antarctica had a landscape that supported abundant life. With temperatures not as harsh as today, it rarely dropped below freezing. One of the creatures that called Antarctica home was a reptile the size of an iguana, considered an early ancestor of dinosaurs. Antarctic King. While the second part is a tribute to Ernest Shackleton, one of the first explorers to dare explore Antarctica. Researchers have found an incomplete fossil specimen of this species. And although incomplete, it is enough to give experts an overview of its appearance. It resembles a small creature, but in the past, it was one of the fiercest predators on land. The sad reality is that many people who came to explore the sparkling icy region of Antarctica were One of the most terrifying stories is about Captain Scott, Robert Falcon Scott, a British Royal Navy officer, who led an expedition to Antarctica. He bravely led 2 expeditions there. During one of his final expeditions, he perished in the icy region. On October 29, 1912, Captain Scott's body was discovered by a young Norwegian explorer named Trygve Gran. Gran described in his diary how he found Captain Scott's body. According to him, the body had turned transparent yellow due to the freezing temperatures. Beside him were 2 others who appeared to be sleeping. However, Captain Scott seemed to have suffered greatly in his final moments. To recognize the discovery of Antarctica and finding Captain Scott's body, Gran was awarded the Polar Medal. Recently, his skiing diary, which records the horrifying stories of the Antarctic expedition, was sold for up to €150,000. Sperm cells are difficult to preserve. Therefore, scientists were very impressed when they discovered a fossilized sperm cell in Antarctica. Even more miraculous is that this cell can be traced back 50 million years. You might be thinking that this sperm cell belongs to a human. But that doesn't make sense given its age. In fact, this sperm cell belongs to an ancient earthworm species called Clitolata. This species lived during the early Eocene period, around the time when the first horses, sheep, and rhinoceroses appeared on Earth. This sperm cell could only survive to this day thanks to a stone-like cocoon surrounding it. Thanks to that, along with Antarctica's freezing temperatures, the fossilized cells have existed for millions of years. Sperm is fragile and usually doesn't last long in nature. In fact, it is one of the most difficult cell types to preserve. Number 2. The largest iceberg ever recorded. Icebergs are large masses of ice floating on water, broken off from glaciers or ice shelves. Even after breaking off, experts still track their journeys. The largest iceberg ever recorded measured about 295 by 37 kilometers, equivalent to the area of Jamaica. This iceberg, called B-15, broke off from the Ross Ice Shelf in March 2000 and existed until 2018. B-15 broke into many smaller pieces and most have melted. Melting and fragmentation are common phenomena for icebergs. However, with climate change, the rate of disappearance is increasing. Antarctica was once a tropical rainforest, and similarly, icebergs may soon melt due to major changes in the polar regions. This will have global impacts as sea levels rise due to melting ice. What melting ice reveals about hidden secrets in the southern hemisphere remains a big question, and we may face major changes on the planet. Number 1. The mysterious monster of Antarctica. In the 1960s, a Japanese research ship entered the icy waters of Antarctica to explore the area's creatures. On one occasion, the research team was astonished to discover a giant creature, 20 to 30 meters long, emerging from the water. The creature was entirely white, human-like in shape with arms, legs, and 5 fingers, having eyes and a mouth but no nose. Human. As soon as it appeared, Ninja immediately dove underwater and disappeared. Since then, many have claimed to see this creature, and some submarines have recorded short clips. However, there is still much doubt about Ninja's existence. With often vague descriptions and changing sizes and features, no efforts have been made to hunt Ninja. Partly due to concerns it might be a man-eating monster. While some consider Ninja a legend, many explorers believe nothing is impossible for such a creature to exist in the deep waters of Antarctica. Did these unique discoveries in Antarctica satisfy your curiosity? And if you enjoy fascinating videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel Beyond the Veil 0707 to be the first to see exciting exploration information. Thank you for watching the video until the end, and see you next time.